Hello and welcome to another episode of OTBH Reacts.
Meow.
My cat says hello as well.
Jillian says hello.
We now have animal guests.
We do.
Yes.
I think
Where did you march?
She marched the kitties. Not. All right, that was a horrible joke. Anyway,
Dad jokes engaged.
Yep.
There we go.
And I'm not even a father. Anyway, hi everybody.
So we think.
Listen, wait, I'm not Nick Cannon around here, right? So
Right. We were just talking about that tonight.
Wow.
I mean, hold on. Okay. How me and Zach were talking about this literally tonight, and I said, how in the world does he get away? It was his 11th kid, right?
Yeah,
And he's got to sign something with that baby mama to be like, hey, well, this is how much I'm gonna give you for this much. Because if he didn't do that, he'd be broke. Ain't no way.
Nick's pretty rich. Like,
I know he's rich, but
stuff.
I mean, he made the world's greatest movie, Drumline.
don't you
I will punch you.
take him off this podcast right now.
Can I?
Pull him out. Get him out of here.
Where's the button? Anyway,
What's crazy?
Y'all,
he gets
said-
like a lot of revenue from that.
he's got a lot of. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff.
What's this? Because
going
it's on
Yeah, he got a lot of
TBS
stuff.
24 hours a day.
I mean, he's got wilding out.
He's got his
Take off uniform.
actual talk show.
It's too.
Yeah.
Parents too.
Yeah, his talk show is a success. Like
He has
his
a talk
actual
show?
like his real talk show is like for real.
I didn't know he had a talk show.
Yeah,
Like
he's
it's
got
blown up.
some stuff going on for
Yeah,
him.
America's Got Talent.
Yep.
yeah, he's a host of that.
Still, 11 kids. Man, I've got 2, and I can't do it, man. It's hard. I can imagine 11.
You also don't make 7 figures.
That's true.
Hey, that part.
That's true. on that teacher salary, man.
No,
Tell you what.
But yeah. Now let's talk about band.
All right.
So we're here today to react to another DCI video. We've been kind of going through some of our favorites so far, and it is now William's turn to pick a video for us to watch. So William,
Can't hide now.
what is the I wasn't
What's
saying
never
it.
hiding?
See, I was being nice.
Yeah,
So William,
I ain't on you this
what
time,
what are you blessing us with today?
so stay hating.
I'm not-
Not you. One talking about you. Now today, take a little bit back to one of my favorite shows that I was very, very impressed with is the Cadets 2011 show, Angels and Demons.
Let's go.
Very well put together. Like it's
Yes.
probably one of the most confusing drills that I've ever seen. That like you couldn't pay me to try to put their drill together. Like the show was just brilliant, and I've always been a fan of Angels and Demons and stuff. Even like the movies, Da Vinci Code, all of that kind of stuff. So when I knew they were playing those musics from those movies and stuff like that, I was already hooked. So
Fun fact.
definitely a cool one.
This is the first show that I joined with you guys at World Championships.
What is it?
Isn't it really?
First year. Yeah. This is the first year. Yeah. Yeah.
How about
I was trying to. I mean,
you
I
go.
think me and you were talking about that a while ago. Well, like a while ago, but like we was trying to figure out when everybody just kind of started to join in because I know
Yeah.
our first one was 2008. Going as like spectators and like for real going, and then I guess Chris was 2011. And
Mine
then-
was
Yeah, because we always
2014.
so it seems like every 3 years we was picking up somebody.
that's Nathaniel, who's on one of our interviews. That was his year that he marched. It's really funny. And I'm like, yeah, I was in the stands. I didn't even know you yet. And here, like years later, I'm teaching with them. So
Well, cool. Well, if you guys would like to watch along with us in real time or sort of real time, I don't I will be posting the video up in the corner. I pointed in the other direction last time, and it was in the opposite corner. So I'm trying this time, this way. But you'll see the video up there in the corner. You can, and in the video description below, you can follow along with us as we do this. I'll say 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, you hit the button. We're starting from the very beginning. There's not a lot of dead time at the beginning. So, all right. Cadets 2011, Angels and Demons. Fantastic show. And we're going to get it started in 3, 2, 1, play.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's go.
welcome to the field from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Whoever did that camera is the greatest camera person of all time.
Though you all were there, was the vibe that they were gonna win, or was there any doubt that it was gonna be? I'm sure Blue Devils were second in year. Like, did everybody know like this is gonna win?
I mean, here's the thing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think a lot of people were so invested that they just knew it was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it was definitely a fan favorite. And
so they started picking up momentum after Allentown. That was like that was when they really started taking off that year.
It's for me. It was one of those you knew they should have won, but you anytime BD's in the picture,
I'm telling you,
you just don't know.
Every time.
And Cabbies were winning that whole year until the very end too. Like they were first at a lot of places.
From Corner Nationals, proud to present the Cadets.
God, I'm so glad you picked this show, Will. Thank you. There we are. We're right there.
We're there.
Right in that area.
Yes.
Ping, ping, ping.
Like, as a staff, you just sit there and you're like, guys, this is it.
Yeah, like I don't know if we could have done it any better.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So creative the way they did this.
So, it's like a simple, the duality, but it's so intricate at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, you literally have two cores on the field, just about.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the way they integrated, man. Yeah. I took a many licks from this drum book. That snare solo is crazy ridiculous. Like, even with the percussion, like, look at even the color guard. Look at all this. Ain't no way I'm trying to figure all this drill out.
No.
Sorry, inside joke. That's right. Dude, just their sound, man, just rich and. I mean, let's look how much fill they're using right now. I mean, just
I love watching this because my inner Type A personality, with everything even and good colors, it's very appealing.
And that's something Gerard had to think about. Like, how am I going to make sure, like, it was ones and ones, that one was fours and fours, and now, like, just.
The entire show.
Yeah.
And kudos to the drum line that's always, like, 8 steps off the back sideline there, still in time.
Wow, this is an environment. decent.
And just little stuff like that, like a major sonority chord into a very dissonant chord. Like, not only do they show things visually, but they do it musically as well.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
It's not fair.
I hate this show.
It's not fair.
I hate this show. Oh God!
Here we go.
No.
I may or may not have written a drum break around this.
Hey, listen. Fight scene.
I'm a Boston Crusader fans.
Right?
I've been trying to tell them for years. They don't want to listen though. I ain't gonna get started though.
Hey, we got a state title with a battery smaller than that.
I mean, we do.
We really do. Yeah, we really do. 2 of them.
Yep.
I think we're at 6 now. I think we're 6.
Dude, this whole thing is brilliant.
Never mind the fact that they were that far apart doing all of this.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, just talking about drumline. There we go.
Has to be the best battle.
It's going on for like 2.5 minutes so far, almost 3 minutes.
It's because they're about to spend
So
the rest
good,
of the
man.
game
You know,
running.
moment every second.
Jeez.
I bet the guard staff loved that moment. They're like, we get to teach the whole corps. Yes.
I mean, kudos to the front ensemble, man. They've been holding it down. Like,
Look at it. It's tight.
Finish.
oh my God. I mean,
It get better. This is ridiculous.
I know. Oh, I know. That's just.
That judge almost died. Trying to run through that block.
He knew better.
He did that on purpose. He was thinking.
All right, crank it up to 210.
Right?
And done.
Like, you can't sit there and tell me. Gosh, man, like, you can't sit there and tell me that drill back in this time. Like,
You can't.
man.
It's like at the top of one of the best uses for a uniform.
Oh yeah. I mean, you get that contrary motion on that, like, pass throughs, man. Just
Real kaleidoscope.
This is one of the
I love this
smartest
part.
musical moments.
Oh yeah. Like, you hear that? Because they're the evil side.
It's like they're just making fun of him.
I mean, I think that's what's so unique about this show is that it really is like 2 cores, like you're saying, 2 cores on the field. You know, like, in each group gets to have their moments, and you know.
They make an angel with the wings.
And then the devils tried it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
the whole upper tier is just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Cadets has always been good about symbolism in their drill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, let's just use the whole field.
That's what I'm saying. They do that the whole show, man. It's crazy. I mean, you got the drum line split
Like
in the corners.
corner.
Yeah. What's cool is like how they mirror themselves. Like, so they have to make sure as a unit that they are hitting the exact same spots as the other side is at the same
I'm
time.
telling you,
It's crazy,
I'm not trying to clean it or write it.
right?
Oh,
RKO. Harma! I mean, look at that. 10 to 10s.
It's like the biggest arc ever.
Cool drill there, man.
God, all that is backfield too, man. Look how far
Yeah.
they are compared to the front.
Like they're almost on the back sideline. Yeah.
Just lining up.
Yeah.
So cool.
Mm.
I thought that was too loud. I was picking up on the mic.
classic Cadets ending.
Right?
I know J-Bo could.
Oh,
Look at that joint.
that's so not fair. This right here,
Yeah, like that's ridiculous, dude.
y'all gonna make an Argyle sweater on the front
So good, man.
Bruh.
Oh, man.
Not a prop
Don't
or
take
a
it down,
voiceover
take it
one.
Ladies and
Nah.
gentlemen,
Didn't need it.
under the direction of George Hopkins, the Cadets.
Man,
Just, man.
Oh my lord.
Yep. That happened.
never gets old.
I need to take a second. Hold on. That was good.
That day.
That was good.
Like, that's one that if you're gonna introduce somebody to the activity, you could pull that one out and anybody can get that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to
Completely understandable.
they don't have to know how hard or difficult a lot of those things are, but just by watching, you can completely wrap your head around that show and have no idea what the activity is about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just genius.
the
Because
coordination.
it's accessible to anybody. You know, really big music people are going to be able to pick it apart and hear all the intricacies and see all the visual details like we've been seeing and stuff like that. But someone who doesn't know anything can watch that and still enjoy it just as much.
So I saw a funny. So it's really fun. We got to watch this. I saw a funny tweet from someone I follow, and Rex Chapman. I don't know if you guys know who Rex Chapman is. We all know who he is, but some of you guys might not. But he had this saying is the synchronized crossing or whatever from Japan, where they like cross each other or whatever. And it's so funny they put this because the person quoted him and put, "Do this while playing musical instruments and then come back at me. Until then, #marching band." And that whole show right there is that. It's about synchronized crossing. That's cadets as they're playing going 210. Like, it's insane, man. Like, it's just. That's the second Cadets show we've reacted to in 4 shows.
Yeah.
And that shows you, like, anything at all, just such a good, on all levels, man. Like you hear this show, Angel and Demons, and you see it in the show, and you hear it in the show. I mean, they just do everything they needed to do with that.
It's one of them things where you hear the name, and it can go in any direction. And it's just like, not trying to hate or knock it, but it's like when people heard Crown doing Beast, and then it not completely being what people thought it was going to be, because you can go in any direction, and that's what Crown did. They went in another direction that wasn't the same road that everybody else thought they were going to go. Because
that's one that I would like to have watched develop through the whole season, because I wonder if at some shows they ended, like we know at finals they ended where the Angels came out on top. I wonder if there were any shows where they stopped where they had an ending where it was like the Demons won.
I can't remember if they did or not, to be honest with you.
Maybe if you're a follower and you were in that show, please write us at
Dude, that was 10 years ago. That was 12 years ago? Almost 12 years ago now?
So
11? Gosh, that's crazy.
And
I also think, sorry, go ahead, Sid. Sorry.
It's crazy to think that the design elements have changed that much, just that much in 10 years. It's, because it's not too long ago where they were doing drill like that, and it was, it's almost like, should there be 2 different divisions, like one more of a, storytelling division, and the other one more of a, marching and maneuvering. I don't know. Because I miss that. I miss that.
I do too. You only get snippets of it now.
Maybe
it's like beginning of shows and end of shows is really what you get that now.
It's like maybe it just takes a group to just do it. Because I wonder if groups are just in fear of doing something like that because they feel like they're going to get killed, because you got all these other groups, who are bringing out thousands of props and all this other stuff, telling these stories and doing all kinds of things. You think that if you do a show like that, it's not going to hold a candle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say something probably controversial right now. I'm gonna say it.
Buckle up.
I don't know if it's controversial. I think it's a fair point, but I think upside down or downside up kind of killed that idea of that kind of marching. That's just me. I'm just saying. I feel like after that year,
right on time now,
and I'm not even saying.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying
Hot Fingers was ready.
I'm not saying I love what the direction that it's going. I do enjoy these shows, but I feel like when Blue Coats broke that formula to do what they're doing at Downside Up, I think everything started shifting towards that kind of idea.
I think Crown's to blame.
Oh.
When they did Eagles MC Squared, and went complete abstract theater.
Where's his drop at?
I think that's where the shift might have happened.
You're gonna drop on me? You're gonna drop?
Because we talked about that before.
That one could be hard.
This much above everybody's head
But see, I think
think.
if you go that route, you got to kind of put BD in there too.
I mean, we can blame them. I'm fine with
Rite
that.
of Spring and all of that other stuff that they was doing all that abstract stuff and
the abstract
BD.
the abstract part of it. I think the abstract part. I mean, the zone was abstract. You can go all the way back to the Cadets if you want to go that route. The abstract stuff doesn't affect what you do on the field as far as like, because they were doing that stuff really without props and stuff like that. But for me, I kind of agree more with Chris, where the drill was meant to set up moments instead of the drill being the moments. Now, I will say though, with that Downside Up show, they did have drill moments in that show.
Yes, absolutely.
They just used the props to do that. Being up, going up and down the ramp, or using the ramp for transitions and stuff.
But I also say, if you want to talk about like a show that changes the era of DCI, I think that's the show. Like after that, everything changed
because they were the ones that were the first ones that really broke off and just did a completely, for lack of a better term, because I hate this, but indoor type uniform. When they broke the mold and won with it, then that's kind of how a lot of people decided to go that route, and you started to see some different stuff. Blue Devils still kind of do traditional stuff. They just don't do their drill is. It's not as, I don't want to say intricate. I don't want to use the word.
It's not cavies.
It's not. It's just. It's good drill. It does its purpose. It just doesn't catch your eye like a cavies drill.
It won't be your favorite memorable moment of their show.
Yes. I don't. They every now and then they'll have a move where I'm like, all right, that was cool. But for the most part, you the thing that gets you about Blue Devils visual packages, just how clean it is.
You mean the part where they're like
spotless.
Where you froze for like 30 counts.
Whatever you did, we didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't see none of that.
Anyway, I would like to take it back to the show we just watched, though. I just want to say that you talk about a really good drumline and front ensemble tandem. They go for over 3 minutes, and it's just them. That's it. And you wouldn't even realize it was that until you're all the way through, like, oh crap, the core hasn't played in a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they've very strategically planned the visual aspect from the percussion music aspect and made it work for that long to where it didn't seem boring, or it's like you're sitting here like, dang,
It wasn't like we were waiting for the brass to get set up.
For something. And it's all interesting because they got poles, they're fighting each other, they're doing all this crazy. It's crazy, and you're still probably stuck on the different color uniforms, and it's like even if they move, that's enough to just distract.
They knew they had a percussion section that could carry the show for that long. And
I was about to say, I was like, you got to have hands top to bottom because you are splitting the drum line apart. Like that's insane, dude. Like that's a strong section, man. Like that like you said, Boston fans, you want to know, there you go. That's right there. And also them being like almost on the back sideline, just having these bass drum runs just in time. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
And that show alone is outrageous.
Yeah. And
you're in the dome. Like,
you talk about things that separate the top groups, and it's stuff like that in your show design. Like, they had to sit there and be like, all right, we're going to be spread out from 10 to 10, 10 to 15 sometimes. And, we're going to have to be able to play all of this stuff together. You can find judges' tapes and stuff like that from past shows. And I remember when Crown did For the Common Man or For the Common Good or something like that, that show. And they had moments like that spread apart. And, slight execution problems may get Kevin from first, but Cadets take that risk in this year and just execute it. Like,
I mean, down to every single detail. And that's not the only year they do that. Like, I just thought about when they did Power of 10, how literally, remember at finals they changed every number on the field.
Well, they also had to make their 10 on the 50 gold because it was a 50-year anniversary.
Yes.
So they had to make it a gold one.
Yeah, small details. They had 10 groups of 10 in each section. Like, just the small things they went all in on.
Yep. There's a lot of thought that went into that show, and it paid off. Like, I'm glad it paid off because
it's a big risk, man.
Yeah,
those are risks that people shy from.
Yeah,
and I think
you can't do after that. Nobody can do a duality show.
No, because it'll always be compared to that.
Yeah, you can't.
Now, did they do the next year? Did they do side by side? Was that the next year?
No, that was the Christmas show the next year.
So the year after that was side by side, or wasn't that side by side? Is it what it was called? Wasn't it?
No,
I can't remember when they did side by side.
Side by side was 13.
13. Okay,
13.
all right.
Because 2012 was 12.25.
Gotcha.
I think
They had some bangers in the early 2010s.
Yes,
yes,
it did.
They had some bangers for sure.
That's why I'm really excited to see this coming season. What they have in store, because I feel like they're on the right path from this year. See what if they can bring back some of the good of the cadets from that era. Be good to see.
I think you're starting to see some. You saw some of it this year. Like this year, I watched them. Like, yeah, this is cadets. This is what they do. So I'm glad to see them get back on their feet.
That was another one of their shows this year. It was the Jack Kerouac show, and like once me and Zach were sitting at his house, and I can't remember what show it was at, but we like read up on like what it came from, and it was cool. Like, it was cool once you get the background of that show, like where it came from and stuff. So
yeah, a lot of folks are kind of doing those shows where if you do a little bit of research, you can appreciate it more. Like the Blue Coats this year, that show came from an actual story called Tame the Dragon.
Yeah, we listened to that, or you sent it to us.
Yeah,
and that was cool.
A lot more cussing in it, but
yeah,
that's why they had to use a different voice, I think, which it worked for him. So, well, great pick, man.
Yeah, man.
That was solid. Like, we got
love that show.
So, I guess the next rotation, if we don't get any fan picks, we'll go back around to, I think, Zach, you went first, right?
Chris went first. It was me. I think it was me.
I can't remember.
I got another one in the back pocket ready to go. So,
but we'd like to hear from you. Was this your first time seeing that show? And if so, what did you think? Or if you've seen it a lot of times, like, what was your thought about it? Because that's, like I said, that's one of those. That's a great one. It's truly phenomenal show.
It's
never be another one like it.
Nope, never.
So, and you may try.
Hey, real quick, before we wrap up everything, I know you're about to say this, but we're trying to make a push for 200 subscribers before the end of the year. So we are currently sitting a little under 130 right now. So if you're new here, click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
Click.
It's free.
It helps us out tremendously. It is free. Yes, it is free. If you have an account with YouTube, YouTube account's free. I don't know if you don't have a YouTube account, get one, because that's how I keep up with everyone. I listen to a million podcasts and watch a million different people. That's the only way I know that they have new episodes drop. So
it is worth it.
Help us out. Helps us out a lot. So
Please.
There you go.
Okay. So, if you like what you hear, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. That way you know when we're dropping new episodes. I think we are going to shift a little bit on our episode drops. So then we're going to start doing things on Wednesdays towards the afternoon. So just a day a little bit later. And some people watch it the day after anyway. So, but so if you don't see nothing on Tuesday, don't freak out. It's just, it just is what it is. So we got some stuff coming up. probably go back to a regular podcast in the next week or so. Try to get.
We got BOA.
We do have BOA, so we'll probably be talking about that next week.
Yep.
Doing a recap of that. So gotta get my pen and paper ready so I can take some good notes. So you can find us on all social media platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can also find the audio podcast versions of our episodes on Anchor.fm and of course Spotify. So lots of different ways you can find us. Like I said, share the wealth. Let people know. Let us know what you want to hear. And comment below with stuff. So, fellas, anything else before we head out?
No, man.
Right.
Feels weird not doing band now.
Yeah, it's my only week off.
So you get right back into it.
We had our final show this past weekend.
It's college basketball season now, guys.
That's right.
Let's go.
Go Heels.
Tops.
And Tops. I think so. Tops. I did get a degree from there. Or two.
I mean, two.
Or two. So, for Zach, Chris, and William, I'm Cedric. This has been episode 4 of On the OTBH Reacts, where we watched the Cadets 2011 Angels and Demons. So, from all of us, all of you guys, take care. Be safe out there. This is actually election day, so I hope you went and voted.
Yes.
Yes.
Vote.
Yeah, still, even if you missed it, just do it anyway, in your mind, in your heart. But take care of each other, love one another, and we'll holler at you next time. All right? Peace.